Okay boys, we got a special one today. I will be going on behalf of the OEM team to let you know about these new KTM 250 and 450F bikes that have just been added to the OEM supporter portal. These new bikes have an insane amount of new changes, and I'll be jumping into a lot of those. This video will be a little bit different. I'll be mostly reading off of a website and a few key points that they wanted me to touch on, while there's a bunch of footage in the background of the new bikes. At the end, I will be giving you some of my personal feedback and impressions on both the 250 and 450, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Alright, let's jump into it. The team starts the post by saying, as we're currently trying to reach out to the community and be more forthcoming with updates and changes we're planning to make, we thought semi-regular updates would be a good idea. Here we'll tell you about upcoming changes, things we've been working on, ideas we have, and any changes coming to the team. Personally, I think this is a really good step for the OEM team. Communication is vitally important in any sort of business, and this is a business after all, and I think that this is huge for them communicating with their customer base. This is going to be a large W. Anyway, they go on to say, as our next update isn't ready yet, we're keen to tell you some small details regarding it. For starters, we began rebuilding our bikes and trying to work with the game physics so that we can majorly improve the handling. This includes changes to the bike's cog, or center of gravity, tire traction, weights, and dynos. Alongside that, there's also small fixes like camera placements and animation fixes. These changes are for both the 2-strokes and 4-strokes, which will be covered more in depth in another post. Okay, again, this is really awesome. I can tell you that the main thing you're going to want to focus on is when they talked about that center of gravity, and I'll get into that a little bit more in my first impressions. But man, the gravity, traction, all that stuff is so much better, but man, the center of gravity, that's when you want to pay attention to. Alongside that, in the near future, we will have collaborations with various YouTubers. Hello, that's Doc, one of them at least, that will answer questions you've been wanting the answers to. This is in the hope that the actions and decisions we make can be understood better by you, alongside showing a glimpse of the bike creation process. If you guys are in my Discord, which you can join down below, probably like a month ago, I asked, if you guys had any questions for the OEM team, and basically the entire OEM team has been in the Discord looking at all that, and they've been filtering through all of that, getting the most asked questions and getting well thought through answers for you. Okay, moving on, they go on to say, big news, as we're currently aware that the game is in a vulnerable state. Yes sir, we have decided that we will be more forthcoming with our development. W. This means that we'll be releasing preview bikes to our supporters. This will most likely be a few bikes at a time, not the entire pack. Large W. This is pack 1, what we see right now with the KTMs. This allows you to test and feel the changes that will be coming in the next OEM update, while also giving you something extra to do in the game, also a W. These bikes will be GUI delocked and have a separate category to try and eliminate installation confusion. If you download these bikes, they're under the category OEM Preview. Oh, also there's a change to the way the new OEMs will be shipped in the future, and they went into a little bit of detail saying, with the next big release, we will also be shipping a new method regarding how to install OEMs. The bike's model files will now be shipped in an OEM models folder, placed mods bikes OEM models -MX, whereas the bike's physics and other values will be locked in their corresponding PKZ. Alongside of that, there will be a normal folder structure for paints. If you want to install model swaps, you'll need to have the new model EDF as well as the modified HRC files, which we will deliver. Basically what this is going to do is just going to make it a lot easier for them to push small patches to bikes without having to completely upset the ecosystem. Alright, now moving on to my personal impressions. For the 250, guys, I gotta say that this bike is incredible. It feels extremely planted and stable. You know how you can't go up hills really without having to do something goofy on the forward or back lean on the right stick? Well, you don't have to do that anymore. The bike can just cruise up hills. The center of gravity fix changes an insane amount with the consistency on the game too. I'm not gonna lie, I was riding the new bike and then I switched over to the old KTM and I couldn't do a lap, and I was putting, I'm not even kidding, I was crashing every single lap on the old KTM. When I switched back to the new KTM, I was stringing together 4, 5, 6, 7 laps. It's wild how it does that. And specifically, that feeling when you come out of a corner and maybe your bike will slightly do a wheelie and then it just slams you on the ground? Well, yeah, that is gone, and that's been fixed with the center of gravity. The suspension also feels a lot better, especially out of the box. It's way more plush, less defective, and it feels a lot closer to a setup personally that I would like, but just probably even better than I would normally make mine, to be honest. The bikes just react a lot more like you would expect them to. That was another thing I noticed was They're just more consistent. When you get it, when you get kicked by a bump, it does what you think it's going to do instead of just falling over. I think it'll help like consistency amongst the community, like insane amounts, which will make racing better, which will make everything better. Overall, I think the community will greatly appreciate these bikes, and it should give you a lot of hope for what's to come. Regarding the 450, to be honest, I don't have a ton of experience on the 450s, especially the KTM 450, but it feels really, really good. I was spending tons of lap on Trentino, MXGP's Trentino, and it was absolutely barking with like no suspension changes at all. And I think I put down like 2 seconds faster than my fastest lap time on that track on the current Yamaha 450. And I mean, I think I could probably even dial in the suspension to my liking even more and go even faster. So it feels way, way better in my opinion. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. I'm sure the OEM team will be going through there. Oh, and don't forget to go down in the description to the OEM supporter website. Donate the $5 to get your hands on these KTMs. Guys, if you don't, why would you not donate the $5 to the OEM team? They provide so many model swaps. They're working for you for free. Hook them up with the $5. You get these bikes, all future bikes, all the model swaps. It's like the best $5 you could spend in bikes like possible. It's a W. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this update video. I'm sure there will be plenty more to come. And thank you guys for watching and letting me do this for a living. I love you so much. If you need anything, as always, hit me up on Discord, Twitter, whatever you need, and I'll do my best to get a hold of you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace.